to be? What's a cup of tea? What's mushy pea? What's the biggie thing? What's all this then? Hello, everybody, and welcome to What's All This Then? It's a podcast about the UK with new episodes every Monday and bonus episodes every Thursday. And today on the show, we're talking HP. And no, I don't mean the company that makes the really shitty laptops. That's such a... Sorry. I've never heard you laugh like that before, Libby. That was... Sorry. Let me continue with my intro.
Sure,
nor the thing that goes up when you put your points into vigor. No, this week we're talking about the official sauce of Great Britain. That's what they call it, because nothing says British cuisine quite like a condiment primarily described by its brownness. But today, with declining sales, recipe changes, and with production having moved to the Netherlands, we have to ask, does HP still have the sauce? I'm Charlotte McDonnell, and I'm joined as always by my wonderful co-host, it's Libby Watson.
We haben ein serious browner sauce. That's Dutch for I love my brown sauce.
I mean, I guess I don't really know what the Dutch accent sounds like, so...
I don't know what the accent sounds like. I know that the language sounds exactly like that.
It does sound like that.
It does sound like that. Thank you so much.
I can't talk yet.
You can talk
yet. If you want to.
Yet, for sure.
Oh, okay, good.
I do want to address something right at the top of the show.
Go ahead.
Charlotte says H.
Okay. Is that points in the I'm posh? Is that what you're saying?
It's not posh, right?
It's not posh
opposite
at
of posh.
all, darling.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
dear. Oh, dear.
What should I be saying? H?
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when I moved to England and I learned about class. That was the first way I learned about class. When I'm a little 9-year-old boy, and
when you went to
my mother,
class.
yeah, I said to my mother, Mark says H instead of H, and she was like, yeah, I think because he's like a little Cockney boy. And I was like, what does that mean? And she's like, oh, now I've got to try and fucking explain this to you. You're 9 years old. I don't know, man. Look,
Can you
there
imagine?
are classes. It's not my fault. I didn't do it.
That definitely seems like one of the hardest parts of parenting is having to explain just how bad stuff is.
People are in social strata, and the way they say the word for dinner is very important here.
For some reason,
it doesn't really affect you, but you will be picking up on these things. Yeah.
Yes. Just whatever you do, make sure you don't say H in your Oxford interview, okay, darling? Off you go.
I don't know why I've always gotten confused with that one. Why I've always felt like saying H is like the posh one and H isn't.
Well, because it sounds posh. It sounds like they're like, we have so much time in the world, we've got a long way of saying a letter.
The leisurely way of saying it is you're reclining on your couch.
H. Yes. How many syllables can I fit in H?
Yeah.
Well,
basically, if you say anything in the appropriate accent, it sounds posh or not. Because if I go H, got a HMV, then it doesn't sound posh, does it? But
yes.
HMV, yeah.
It's almost like these markers are pretty stupid,
Well, I'll take it. If I'm saying the not posh one, I'll take it because that's the good. That's the good one. I have the points in.
That's right.
Well, we have a guest who's returning to the podcast, which is very nice. Staff writer at The Atlantic, host of Blank Check. And one time he said, What's All This Then is my favorite podcast, which made me and Libby blush and twirl our hair and say, really? No.
Is that real? Oh
no.
My God.
Come on. No. It's David Sims.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me back. I basically just was it Weiger came back?
Yeah.
And that was enough for me. I just texted Libby and I was like, look, if Weiger's coming back, I want to come back. What's going on?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are the rules here? I don't know what your rules are.
We're still suffering from the thing where we don't ask people because we're embarrassed to ask them on our podcast.
Yeah, that's the first 4 or 5 years of Blank Check.
Awesome.
Now people are like, I'd like to come on your show. And I'm like, I'm busy. I'll check my calendar. All right?
Yeah.
But back in the day, it used to be like, I'm really sorry, but can you come to a closet with me and talk about a movie? I know you're my friend, but it's still kind of a lot.
We need to destigmatize podcasting. I've been saying this. It's not actually the worst thing on the planet, okay? There's some worse stuff. There's nuclear fallout or bugs or whatever. We're better than that.
I hate bugs.
Wow, this is very strongly anti-bugs. Guys,
bugs.
don't they
Of course.
I don't know. Don't they do something?
None of my business.
Okay.
Whatever they're up to
Aren't
is none of
they?
my business.
I don't think bees are important at all. I think that whole thing is a lie.
my daughter did ask me. She was like, "Wasps, what's up with wasps?" And I was like, "Wasps are no good. They sting us. They're no good." And I was like, "Bees are all right because they do something with flowers." And my daughter's like nodding, going, "Mhm."
Got it.
And then she's like, "What about flies? Can they hurt you?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "So what's up with them?" And I was like, I don't know. Don't worry. Like, don't worry about it. Like, they're fine. And she's like, and if one bumps into me, I'm like, well, don't let it ruin your day. It's okay.
All right, maybe parenting's okay, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I think flies are fine unless they're in my space,
Right.
Then I feel like they're intruding.
In your top 8.
Do whatever they're doing.
MySpace. The kids don't even... I bet there are people listening who are too young to even remember MySpace. Isn't that crazy,
The
Charlotte?
MySpace top 8. Did you guys have Tom in yours? Because I feel like I can't tell if that was a cool thing to have Tom or you just don't have enough friends.
I wasn't cool enough for MySpace.
You didn't even have MySpace?
I didn't have
No.
MySpace either.
What the
I mean,
fuck?
I had a computer, so I knew it existed.
Yes, when MySpace was around, like pre-Facebook, I think I was still on my going on the nerdy website shit as my way of experiencing the internet. I knew that there was social media, but I was like, I think I'm just going to go and check The Guardian instead.
That famously nerdy website.
I was
The
going to say,
Guardian.
what are your nerdy websites?
Well, look.
The news.
I mean, I got Facebook in 2007. So what was I doing on
Yes.
the computer in 2006?
Me too.
I was talking to boys, and I was, man, I really don't know. I was definitely reading. I was doing maths homework.
I mean, no, you've lost me. I wasn't doing that.
No.
I got Facebook in 2006. I remember that very clearly. But I was in uni.
You were in
So-
uni.
Right, you're in uni.
Uni's got it. Whatever.
You got to get it at uni. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was making a name for myself at that age,
great.
unfortunately.
Awesome.
I was becoming the most famous YouTuber in the world
Yeah,
in
so-
2007, so that's what I
that
was
was
up
your
to.
social media was
Wasn't
video.
YouTube like 9 months old then, though? I mean, that's very impressive. You were
2005
right.
is when it started.
Right, okay,
So
fine. All
I was
right.
a couple years late, which does feel bad, honestly.
You should feel bad for that being like
yes.
to YouTube. Mm-hmm.
But I do think around that time, I think Smosh was the most subscribed to channel on the
Excuse
platform.
me?
Huh?
Excuse me? Smosh?
Do you not know Smosh?
I've definitely
know
read the
Smosh.
word Smosh.
Well, the thing about Smosh is it's still around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at it. It's comedy.
It's
Oh,
comedy.
they're doing
Smosh is comedy.
characters,
Yes, that's
Improv, they've got it all.
Pokemon
yes.
theme music video.
I love Pokemon.
I think that was one of their big ones at the time when it was just the two Smosh guys. But
Rhett
I think
and Link.
Did they kiss?
I don't think they did. But I don't know.
That's too bad.
Did
The two
Smosh
Smosh
kiss?
guys.
Maybe one kiss.
I hope the Smosh guys smoosh into
Smoosh.
each other's
There we go.
faces. That's what we want. I also just like Libby just sort of like in the corner saying Rhett and Link. Now what is this?
But what is Rhett and Link? I just this
I don't
is
know what that is either.
We need to do another Charlotte's YouTube history, I think, because I need to be informed about who Rhett and Link are, because apparently they're
Man.
like the richest people on the planet. I have no idea who they are.
My memory of YouTube back then is people would just like put whole television shows on it and be like, I see if this works. Like it was very, it was all over the place.
It was when you could consider, at least the way I was using YouTube, then it is a nerdy website because you really you don't have any friends and you're just filming yourself talking to your webcam and just hoping that people are vaguely interested in what you're saying. But yeah,
I didn't
I
even have a smartphone. Like I had a Nokia.
Oh, yeah.
Nokia.
2007. I had a sub BlackBerry sort of BlackBerry like Nokia that had a keypad on it. It was like BlackBerry shaped, but it was a little bit smaller. And then I think I got my first iPhone in 2011, I want to say.
Mine was like 2012, but I did have a BlackBerry, a proper BlackBerry. My Nokia that I'd really cherished had little lights on the side that lit up. Fuck, which one was it? There's so many Nokias.
The light
over
up
the
one.
years.
I mean, the one I always remember being really jealous of was the N gauge.
Oh,
that
yeah.
had
Seeing
games
kids-
on it.
Yeah, you have Sonic the Hedgehog on your telephone. That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Fucking
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't put Sonic on the telephone. What are they doing?
Kids will lose their minds if they
He's
have
too
Sonic on the
fast.
telephone. Well, they won't get their math homework done, will they?
That's
Is the fear that he's so fast he'll run out of the telephone? Is that what
Yeah.
you're going with there?
straight into your head, you know?
Right.
It's like my 5G like conspiracy. I'm like, if you have Sonic on your phone, he's gonna go too fast and the phone's gonna hit your head like that.
The crazy thing about the N-Gage though is it had like a vertical like aspect ratio, which is like the worst possible thing for Sonic because you want to see where that guy's running. You know?
Right. Wait, I'm putting it in the. Can I put something in the chat? This was my
Please.
Nokia.
Yeah, go
It was
ahead.
the 3220.
Wow, the
Look at it.
Oh, that
Look
looks
at this.
lovely.
We
Ooh.
should never have moved past this. This should be my phone
Ooh,
right
you-
now.
I can feel
Now-
how sticky those bits on the side got.
Oh, they were so, oh God, covered in just dust.
Grime.
Just collecting anything they touch. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
All
yeah.
rubber,
Mhm.
just vulcanized rubber. I could probably throw that thing at a tank and it would go through the tank.
There's a really big light. Is that a light on the top as well?
Yeah, it would all, and so when someone called you, it would like flash lights, which is stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. It's like I
Horrible.
can hear it.
It looks
I
like
don't-
an electric razor, you know?
Yes, yeah, it looks right for like.
Yeah, one of the
yeah,
buzz
yeah.
guys with the foil.
This guy's going buzz. That's
yeah, he's
right.
going buzz.
David, you're
Yes,
Mr. Movies, and we did think
love
we
'em.
should ask you one movie question up top. This is how much thought I put into this. What is the most British movie?
Oh, that's a great question. Is it Kess? Because that like Kess is the movie all British children are shown, isn't it? Because I feel like the answer should be something that is so British that American people barely know about it, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like the answer can't be like Downton Abbey the film, like that doesn't count.
Yeah, no, and I think it has to be something sort of like I think Kess is a good one because, and it was honestly that was the one I thought you might say, even though
It's a very arty answer of me. I suppose.
I didn't actually. I was not forced to watch that one. Maybe they just got out of that habit. I
think they did.
Yeah.
It's actually too upsetting. I mean, it's a very tough watch. And I
Okay.
think maybe they stopped showing it to children because it's upsetting, but it is very good.
Mhm.
But it's like some kitchen sinky kind of British film like that. Like what else? What do you think?
Well, I guess I'm when I'm thinking about Britishness, I'm usually sort of like distilling it down to my own experience, which
Right.
means that the most British movie for me is Hot Fuzz.
Well, it's a good movie about Britishness, I will
Yes,
say.
yeah.
Yes.
It's also a movie about British people interacting with American culture too, but
That's
in
true.
a very British way, which I feel like was a big part of my experience too
And
growing up.
I think it's vital for the Edgar Wright oeuvre in general of him extending a hand to Hollywood
Mhm.
without letting go of all the, fun, silly Englishness
Yes,
and these lovely
yeah.
actors and all that. Yeah, when I think of British film, I think of you think of your David Lean epics, you think of your sort of Mike Leigh, Ken
Mhm.
Loach, your kitchen sink dramas, your, dark social realism sort of stuff. You think of a Carry On movie, and there's no one distinct Carry On movie, but that's a Carry On movie you could show to an American, and they would be like, "You're kidding!" Like,
Yes.
What do you mean?
Libby just got back,
This
by the
is-
way, and I really
this is
thought it would
offensive.
be. I really thought it would be funny to be like, yeah, David just been talking about Carry On movies for the last 10 minutes.
But Libby, don't you think like
Yes.
the most British film should be something that would baffle non-Brits, right? Like
Yes.
if like its Britishness would overwhelm.
Yes.
And Carry On movies are in that like where I think
Yes.
Americans would be like, you've made this as a joke against English people to the point that it feels offensive. And it's like, no, these were very popular for many, many years. You don't
Yes.
understand.
So much of British culture is like that, where Americans show it to me and say, "Is this a joke? Did you make this up? Why are you doing this?" Stuff like that. I mean, it would be nice if the most British movie was something good,
I think it could be. I did put forward Ken Loach's Cass.
Yes, one of my.
I think you could pick like a Mike Leigh movie nobody saw, like All or Nothing, which is just about like depressed cab drivers, where it's like America was like, oh, we won't take that one, thank you. You can have that one all by yourself, like something like that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking though, Libby?
The most British movie.
Charlotte said Hot Fuzz, which I did like because it is about Englishness. I think. It's about little Englanders.
That is true, and that would be a great one. That would be a good thing to be our most British movie. And so maybe I'll just copy Charlotte's homework and say that's the most British movie.
Also, it was shot in Wells, which is like one town over from me. So that was the one I watched, and like maybe I could make movies since they're making them very close to where I live. You know?
Yeah.
Wells.
Wells.
Where did you live? You're from like Bath, right? Charlotte?
I'm from Bath, and yes, they're two water sort of vessel-based towns close to
back
each
then
other.
they were just like, I don't know, there's a well. We're done. It's called Wells. All right?
We just got a second well in.
Keep it going. Yeah, right. Exactly.
These days, if they were naming the towns, they would be called Stanley Cup Tumbler and Nalgene. That's what people drink from these days.
Now, you said Stanley Cup tumbler, and I know what you mean. I know what you're referring to, but then I also thought of the hockey trophy as some sort of like some sort of vessel that you drink from.
Yeah, or it's like a rock tumbler, but for Stanley Cups. And I still don't know what a rock tumbler it does or is.
You tumble rocks in it.
Yeah.
Tumble them around. Tumble, tumble, tumble. I don't know.
Our close friend Demi Lardner famously has one. And I need to ask her what it is for. But to me, it is one of the most Demi items to purchase because it's sort of inexplicable.
I think I heard she got rid of it because it was too noisy.
Of course it's fucking noisy. Don't you spin rocks in it? Like,
yeah, it's a washing
machine. Is there a noisier
rocks.
Item you could buy?
Did Demi get rid of her rock tumbler or just replace it with a quieter one?
Do they have quieter ones?
Does anyone remember the law?
And
there we go. I've asked the
this.
group chat. Yeah. Hopefully I'll get an update, but it is nighttime in Australia, so we might not. Okay, so I do want to address, because I ran away saying my Starbucks has arrived. I didn't want to give the impression, hopefully no one has turned off the episode in between these two things happening. I'm not a person who normally orders Starbucks to my house. However, while we were preparing to record, I was saying, I wish I'd taken this opportunity to taste test HP sauce and brown sauce. So I have purchased something from Starbucks that I can try. Sorry, I said HP sauce and brown sauce. HP sauce and A1 sauce.
Oh,
Yes.
That's clever.
America's brown sauce.
America's brown
I did not compare, although obviously I've had A1
Yes.
sauce in my life.
Yes. So that's just going to sit there getting colder and colder.
Well, what did you get?
I got a sausage, egg, and cheddar sandwich.
Okay,
nice.
that sounds
Lovely.
nice. That
Yes.
sounds
Lovely.
appropriate for the sourcing.
I made myself a bacon buddy, but I only had that. That was it.
That's fantastic.
And
very
I just
excited
got
about
the
this.
HP bottle out of the fridge and thought maybe I'll just sort of drink some of this at some point today.
Glug.
Yeah.
Glug
So that's
it.
what I've done.
This will be my third HP sauce taste test. But before we do that, Charlotte, you want to just go straight into British Thought of the Week?
Let's do it. It's time, dear listeners, as I find the button for British Thought of the Week.
Tea's quite nice. What happened to Noel Edmonds? EastEnders. Bloody raining again. How do they make Scotch eggs? Did they finish Brexit or what?
British Thought of the Week.
That's right, Charlotte. It's time for British Thought of the Week. And this week's British Thought of the Week is inspired by, but not directly the question from. And now I have to pull it up. Oh, let's open the email account, which of course is what's all this post at gmail.com. Is from Alec and Courtney, who asked, how far do the pigeons go? Interpret as you wish. Now, that was a question that I couldn't answer. How far do the pigeons go? Some distance. I found a study from Switzerland, but Switzerland is famously not Britain.
Oh.
But this did inspire what?
Oh, wait, what, go where? How far do they go where? I don't understand.
This is one that Libby sort of was like, I got a couple ideas. One of them is how far do the pigeons go? And I looked at it and I was like, I don't know really what that means. But if you're suggesting it to me as a potential British thought, then go for it. Like you must know.
It is a British thought. Is you're looking at a pigeon, maybe you're sitting eating your meal deal on a bench from Pret, and you're watching the pigeons, and you're thinking, how far from home are you? You know, how far do they travel from their roost? I think that's a perfectly fair question. However, I couldn't find anything specifically about Britain, and I did think, well, we have pigeons everywhere, don't we? We've got pigeons in America, so you could equally ask that about an American pigeon. How far does it travel from Times Square or wherever it lives? But while looking into this question, I did discover a much more interesting story, which is what happened, Charlotte, to the Trafalgar Square pigeons. Now, before I tell the story, do you remember there being a lot of pigeons in Trafalgar Square?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Do I remember there being? I feel like quite a lot. I primarily remember thinking, man, there are a fuck ton of pigeons in Piccadilly Circus.
Interesting.
In particular.
But like people hang out in Trafalgar Square more. There's more public space there. There's no cars. And I do remember it's similar to your St. Peter's Square in Venice. Or it's just there's too many fucking tourists, so they all have food. And so the pigeons are just like, let me get that food.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That is what the pigeons would be like.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the pigeons would be like.
Yes, I think that's right. I'm not a Londoner, but I do think that pigeons. I do think Piccadilly Circus is more of a place you go through. Trafalgar Square is a destination in itself.
Yes.
Tourists go there, and then they're going to the to the museum. Yeah, the National Gallery.
That's
Yeah,
right.
And they're going to wherever else is around there.
Yeah.
And they go see a fountain, and they go see Winston Churchill's statue.
Yep, and it's
whatever
got
whatever you do.
It's got some other statues and stuff. It's got
right.
big fountain. It's quite beautiful.
Well, I actually do want to talk
nice.
about the statue briefly because I do have a little story about this, which is when
Please.
I first moved to London and had a couple of American friends come over to visit. I was like, I've got to take you on the walking tour of London, show you the sights. But I was also, unfortunately, an idiot and didn't really know what I was talking about. So I remember, and a friend of mine who was visiting, my friend Michael was like, I'm going to make a video about this. And we were in Trafalgar Square, and I pointed at the guy on the statue at the top, and I was like, that's, I think, Napoleon.
You know, that's about the worst name you could have said, I
Almost.
think. The most opposite name.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the opposite character. Indeed.
Oh man, that's really good.
And then he put that in his video, and I was like, I don't know why the British people have a statue of Napoleon here, but I guess they do.
Nelson, Admiral Nelson, we just recorded our Master and Commander episode on Blank Check,
Wow.
in which Admiral Nelson comes up a lot in that film, obviously. And I asked the group, I was like, you guys don't know who that is, do you? And they were like, no. And I was like, he might be one of the most famous British people who not British people have. No one outside of Britain knows who that is.
Right. And some people
But
inside
I was
of Britain
like,
also
the way
didn't
I
know.
explained him was I was like, he's on top of the big column. That's him up there.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's the main statue of Britain, I think.
Yes.
He's
He is.
definitely our biggest statue. I always take the opportunity to stress how little we do decent history at school. Never learned any fucking shit about Nelson. Did not learn a single thing about Trafalgar, Waterloo, any of that stuff. None of it happened. As far as my history was concerned.
In fact, they told you it didn't happen. It was a lie.
Just a really weird, specific conspiracy by my teacher in particular. Like,
Here are
that
the
guy
lies of the world.
not real.
Nelson
okay?
is a hologram, actually.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
always a hologram.
He was
right.
put in history by 5G and Bill Gates.
Yes.
For some reason, we don't know. Okay, so
To placate the Brits, yes.
to placate us, to keep us asleep. So Trafalgar Square, right, for a long time had a lot of pigeons. Now, for a long time, in fact, the pigeons were a tourist attraction. Apparently, this happens in Mary Poppins, which I also haven't seen. They go and feed the pigeons in Trafalgar. Oh, problem.
Libby,
David,
you've never
problem.
seen- I'm not mad. I'm just surprised.
That is a really surprising one.
When would I have seen it? Come on.
As a child.
It's typically shown to children, I would
Yeah.
say. But maybe
All right.
you weren't a child. This might be news that I don't know about you, that you were born a grown-up.
That I was born 18. Yeah. No. My
she was
mum-
doing fun stuff on the computer, like looking at the Guardian website.
Right, exactly.
What a twat. My mum was probably, if I had to guess, kind of a Mary Poppins hater. I think she would think it was stupid. I watched Disney stuff growing up.
Okay.
But
Mary
I
Poppins,
didn't.
of course, is Disney.
Yes.
I will.
All right, but like proper
yes, but
Disney.
not a cartoon, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like Lion King and Hercules and Beauty and the Beast, like the good
Right,
stuff.
the big three.
The big three. Of course,
Yeah.
that's a big three.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good. I like those movies.
Yeah. If your only exposure to Disney was between 1994 and 1999, then yeah, those are the big 3.
Right.
Livy went to Disneyland and was just like, who the fuck is this Mickey Mouse guy? I want my Hercules.
The fuck is Hercules?
Where is Meg? I need to talk to Meg. I need to ask her about her hair. How do you do it?
Great hair.
Man, she was the best. Anyway, so Disney Mary Poppins, right? Didn't watch it, don't know, but apparently they feed the pigeons in it.
They do.
This was a thing for a long time, and there was one man whose family had owned the pigeons feed selling stall in the fucking middle of Trafalgar Square, and I've got the picture somewhere. Let me pull this up. It's really funny to me.
This is an old timey man. At least that's how I'm imagining him.
An
You better not be
old-timey
one of them
man.
modern men.
Well, I'm the old timey man. I'm selling the pigeon feed in Trafalgar Square. I think maybe I'm just thinking about Mary
That
Poppins
is
now.
just about as useless a business. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. Right. He's got some postcards for you. He's got some trinkets, I guess.
And so this was one of the problems, was that if you went to Trafalgar Square to take photos of, I think this is the National Gallery behind him, what you
Yeah,
were really
that's
taking photos of was this man's pigeon food stall. His name, so in the late 90s, right? 1999, the Greater London Authority is established, and London starts to take more control of its own laws.
Yes,
And
we have Red Ken.
we have Red Ken, and Red Ken is a huge figure here because he apparently, and this is according to the pro-pigeon lobby, but we'll get to them, really hated pigeons, and he did make it
Yes.
a big priority to get the pigeons out of Trafalgar Square.
Yep.
However,
Yeah, I do remember this. This rings a bell.
yes, and it was apparently a huge issue. One of the things that they had to do in order to get rid of the pigeons from Trafalgar Square is buy out Bernie Rayner, who was the man who owned the pigeon food stall,
Wow.
and banish him thus from the square. It was apparently a substantial payoff, although we don't know what exactly it was. I would love to know how much they had to pay him to get him out. But it wasn't done with Bernie, because the problem that the pigeons were still there, essentially, and a group called the Pigeon Alliance
Of course.
popped
Yes,
up.
I think I know the group I founded, Libby, but carry on.
Like, okay, and when are we going to get to my role in all this? They found this objectionable, and so sorry, I should go back. Part of it was buying out Bernie. Another part of it was actually banning regular people from feeding the pigeons too.
Right.
They wanted to make it illegal to feed the pigeons because there were like thousands of them. Like, legitimately, apparently one figure was 4,000 pigeons living in Trafalgar Square. That's a lot of pigeons.
That's
you know?
That's a
that.
lot.
I would say,
That's a lot.
like, I'd like pigeons. First off,
I'm neutral.
you're neutral on pigeons. I think
don't hate
pigeons.
them.
I think pigeons get a bit of a bad rap. Like, pigeons do some cool and crazy stuff. Like they like one of the few birds that do make milk. It's
What?
called pigeon milk. It's not sort of like quite like normal milk, but
Okay,
it
so
is.
you do have to wonder who was the first guy to milk a pigeon. You know.
I don't. Well, yeah, but it's not like we're drinking it.
Speak for yourself, love.
What's in that Starbucks bag? What else is in there? What are you
can I
crazy
get
kids
this-
getting in Los Angeles with your latte?
Yeah, can I get the iced brown sugar shaken espresso with pigeon milk, please?
Mm-hmm.
It's my misogynist voice that I do for stupid bitches that order Starbucks. Okay, so there's the Pigeon Alliance, right? By the way, if you're wondering, yes, the question of pigeons, it is difficult because even if you quite like something, 4,000 of something you like is a lot. Right?
That is a lot. Yeah,
That's a lot.
That's what I was getting to. As someone who quite likes the pigeons, that is too many pigeons.
That's too many pigeons,
Yeah.
and they are classified as feral pigeons because originally they were domesticated pigeons that sort of got out, and this is apparently, according to the London Museum, they are descendants of rock doves that were domesticated in England around the time of the Norman invasion.
Love it.
Whoa.
They've been here longer than me. What do I can't boss them around.
Yeah, the pigeons. Yeah, exactly. They have a right to exist for sure. But it is something of a problem of our own making. You know, when you have a bunch of pigeons like this. So the Pigeon Alliance thought it was really fucked up to stop feeding the pigeons because they were like, they're going to die. Or the pigeons is going to die. That's really sad. They organized a rota to bring 150 kilos of corn every day to feed the birds.
What?
150 kilos a day to feed the birds. And then there was a thing where they start apparently like part of Trafalgar Square is governed by the GLA, the Greater London Authority, and part of it is in the city of Westminster. And so they didn't have the authority to regulate what they did. So they would put the food around the edges. There's like these like 4 lines that govern which side of the border you're on, and they would just put the food just outside. Just outside. There was a back and forth. The Greater London Authority decided to use klaxons to scare the bird and large vacuum machines to remove the seeds before the pigeons could eat them. I did find it.
Okay. So sorry, because this is the pro pigeon people, and I got scared about people coming through with big vacuums vacuuming up pigeons.
No, that is what they say happened.
That's what happened?
Yes, they allege that the Greater London Authority brought large vacuums to vacuum up the seed, but then we're also vacuuming up the pigeons. Sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. I can't find where I found this quote, but they did claim the organization, which there was another organization, by the way, that split off because of course there was. Because it started as the Pigeon Alliance, and then it became Save
the real Pigeon Alliance.
Yes,
and
exactly.
The splinter Pigeon Alliance. Yes, yeah.
The Pigeon Liberation Front. Yeah. Then it became Save the Trafalgar Square Pigeons. Sorry. And they did. I did find a quote somewhere. I can't find it now. I'll find it before the thing goes up. Alleging that the GLA was vacuuming up pigeons.
Was it with a Henry Hoover? The ones that have the
Oh,
little
You would
face?
hope so.
It better have been.
Imagine?
One really
Just
big
to keep
Henry
it
Hoover.
British.
Yes.
Can I add something about this?
Please.
Did you know that Ken Livingstone, who hated pigeons and was mayor of London, loved newts so much that he was known as King Newt? And here is, I am sending a Guardian article he wrote about how much he loves newts, and he got married in the London Zoo next to the newt house and had lots of newts.
So this is almost like a sort of Farthing Wood level kind of conflict between creatures.
Libby, saying Farthing Wood, this is why this is my favorite and possibly the only good podcast in all of podcasts. How many other podcasts bust out Farthing Wood as a reference for anything? What better example of internecine conflicts being resolved? My favorite thing about Farthing Wood is that they all have to get together, the animals, and they're like, we can't fucking eat each other. We all have to get to the other place as soon as possible. So no eating of each other. There's a law now.
Yep, absolutely, and that's where government comes from.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway,
that's what the Lib Dems are. Yes,
that
no
is
eating each other.
That is fucking crazy, though. To love newt. I mean, look, a newt is cool.
Newts are cool. Yeah, they're all right.
I like a newt. I feel like
Yeah.
I fell in love with newts around Matilda age. You know. I was like, you're gonna put a newt into the water of Miss Trunchbull.
Oh yes. Yeah. Okay, I remember. I don't think I was a big Matilda head, to be honest.
Didn't
So
watch
just
Matilda,
British children's entertainment. You were just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I watched.
just
I the movie was
The
good.
Guardian.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
movie's good.
movie was good. But
can I also say something real quick?
please.
Can it be Charlotte's? Just because I was thinking about the Henry Hoover, and I had only recently discovered how many characters there are in the Henry Hoover universe.
Is there a family of Henrys?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Is there a woke one? Are they pushing their culture on
Okay,
us?
let's guess who's the woke one. I mean, obviously, your eyes are drawn first to Hetty.
You are looking right at Hetty Hoover.
Yeah.
I mean, she is pink. She seems to be the only woman as well.
Yep.
I do like at least that there doesn't seem to be like a bow in her hair or whatever. Like apart
She's
from
got the
pinkness.
eyelashes, but
She's got the eyelashes.
Oh, she does
yeah.
have the eyelashes.
but they could have gone way harder for sure. They could have given her like DSLs.
I mean, she's got a DSN. They
got
all
a D-
do.
She's got a
They're fucking
DSN, exactly.
Hoovers.
She doesn't need the L's. Oh my God. I do love Henry Micro and Henry Extra here as well. Henry Micro doesn't seem to be perceptibly smaller than any of the others.
No.
They all
Not
seem
really.
exactly the same size.
Yeah.
What distinguishes Harry apart from that he looks a little cheekier? He's got like kind of like a little grin with the eye lines.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's true.
What I'm saying about Harry is the little paw print on the head, which I'm guessing is like,
Oh,
I'm
get your pet hair.
I'm powerful. I'm going to suck up the animal hairs.
Right.
So that's sort of, and then Harry also has like, a little bit cheekier, maybe just like really like sucking a lot.
He's
fine,
getting too
which is
much
fine.
out of it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's great.
And as a result, he
you
has a
do that.
purpose, which is you'll deal with the difficult to suck stuff, Harry.
And what's up with James? I don't want to be rude, but
James just seems to not be
missing
wearing his
head.
hat.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Missing
is
the
he
top.
like a shop vac or something? Is James like, your sort of your tank class, your kind of heavy duty, like
It does say for professional cleaning when I Googled it. So
Ooh,
yeah, I guess
James
he's
for-
more.
wow.
so
Yeah,
James
get
is
him
for
in
cleaning
the
like a
office
prison
there.
or something, You can't use a regular Henry Hoover in,
If he was
a
for
hospital.
cleaning a prison, he should have a very stern expression.
Yeah, I know, with the frowny
Mm-hmm.
face. It's true. Everybody here is smiling very politely, which is lovely. All right, back to the pigeons.
Talk about pigeons.
And I found my source, by the way, for the claim that they were also vacuuming up the pigeons. It is the Save the Pigeons website.
Okay, good. All right.
Great.
It is the Save the
They
Pigeons website.
cite themselves. We've seen it. It's real.
Yeah. So apparently there was a sort of agreement reached between the Greater London Authority and Save the Pigeons, and they were allowed to sort of slowly ratchet down how much feeding they were doing. According to an article I read that is in the Journal of Cultural Geographies, and it was I do love reading an academic article for this podcast. The Power of Displacement, Pigeons and Urban Regeneration in Trafalgar Square by Maria Paula Escobar at King's College London. According to her, there were ASBOs issued for feeding pigeons.
Whoa.
Right.
And of course, ASBOs, for those who don't know, antisocial behavior orders, were a legal mechanism invented by the new Labour government to essentially punish people for things that were not crimes.
Being naughty.
Yes,
You're
being a bit-
being naughty.
Being a bit naughty, being
Yeah.
bloody annoying, actually.
Right.
Surprisingly, we didn't really go into it on our episode about chavs.
We should have, didn't we?
we should
Because
have done
they
that. Yeah.
are basically the reason for ASBOs is Chav Mania. We'll do it an
Right, although I,
ASBOs
will
ep-
say, I feel like chavs only grew in power when the ASBO was created. Like there was I heard more about them, not less.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of like when you try to use like a poison sword on a guy, and then he's like, I actually love poison. That makes me feel.
Yeah.
I eat. That's the one thing I eat. It's
Yeah,
so
I love
good.
poison. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do they still have ASBOs or are they gone? It
ASBO's
says
gone.
Is. Oh no. Okay, they're gone. Okay.
Wait, they're not gone?
Well, I don't know. I was just looking at Wikipedia.
Did they
ASBO's
just come
still
back?
real?
No help.
ASBOs?
No,
Is.
they've been abolished. They've been abolished.
They've
But
been
they're still
abolished.
used in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Just
Oh, come
like
on.
the weird like pound notes they have up there and all that. Yeah,
I
they're
wouldn't expect
so
that
crazy.
of Scotland. Scotland is generally very, lefty
Very liberal.
compared to
Very
England.
lefty.
Yeah. What
But
are
they
you doing?
do. I do not wish to paint with a broad brush, but they do occasionally engage in antisocial behavior in Scotland. So maybe
That's true.
I mean, they can be a little bolshy, which is
That-
great, which is what we love about them.
They had to bring out the big guns. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, so one of the other things that they did to get rid of the pigeons was introduce a hawk. Several hawks, actually, a couple hawks. But it wasn't just that they let the hawk go. They had a hawk handling guy who would stand there for a certain number of hours per day and allegedly the hawk was not meant to eat the pigeons.
Okay, but how do you explain that to the hawk?
I'm very well
Isn't
trained.
this also just the classic fucking, like, we got a bunch of goats to eat the pests, and now we need, like, wolves to eat the goats, and then we're going to need polar bears to kill the wolves, or I don't know, whatever it is.
We need to get a bus in to run over the hawk. So this was a matter of controversy as well. Some of the sort of pro-pigeon people started to criticize it from the cost angle, saying it cost a lot of money. Apparently £55 per hour to have the hawk there from dawn till dusk. I'm reading a question that was posed by a member of the assembly to the mayor of London in June 2003. Does the mayor still believe that paying a hawk handler to patrol Trafalgar Square at a rate of £55 per hour, dawn to dusk, is good value for money?
That's pretty good value. I mean, what's the hawk doing?
Bro, that's the thing. Is like I read this other article, I think it was in The Guardian, about Lib Dems criticizing the hawk handling for costing too much. And it was like, and it costs £200,000 a year. Bro, it's the entire city of London. That's a really good price. Are you crazy? Anyway, so yeah, £226,000 per year apparently. But the mayor's office did say that these measures have been extremely successful, resulting in the lunchtime pigeon population resident on the square falling to their lowest recorded levels from an average of 2,000 to less than 300 since the introduction of the hawk. and they capitalize hawk.
The hawk, damn.
The hawk. Yeah, I haven't been able to find out whether they still use the hawk, unfortunately. I saw some Reddit posts, but they were unsourced, and it could have just been a photo of a hawk, to be honest with you.
Right.
But I did find this really charming video of hawks being used to scare off pigeons from King's Cross Station, if we want to take a look at that.
Please.
I'd love to have a
I
look
love
at
King's
that.
Cross. My old, used
It's
to go there
lovely,
all the
isn't
time.
it? Let's just do theatre mode here so we don't have my suggestions on the sidebar.
We can talk about your suggested watches later.
We don't have to.
Oh,
So this is Pluto.
Pluto. That's nice.
He's been hired to scare pigeons. They had to come onto the platform. He looks nice. Okay. So the type of hawk is a Harris hawk. Pluto the
Doesn't
Harris
hurt
hawk.
the
He
birds.
goes into King's Cross Station 3 days a week
Love
to
this guy.
scare the
Look
the
at this
pest birds
guy.
and feral pigeons from
I want to
inside
date
the
this
station.
guy.
I know.
He spends most of his time on the concourse, keeping it nice and clear, keeping the pigeons off the tables.
You know,
I really like a lad who's a bird
This
guy.
is bringing it back to the film Kess.
Right?
It's just a nice, earthy guy
Yeah.
who fucking tends to birds. This is clearly centering for him. He's very, very, involved with the hawks.
They love the
I'm
hawks.
so invested.
I
Yes.
know, it's very charming. Clearly still quite a lot of pigeons in London, so...
Yeah, to food and rest. Well, the food's fucking, 8-pound sandwiches or whatever,
you go.
right? I don't
Expect
even
to see
know.
3 days a week, and you can sort of tell on the weekends the pigeons start to creep back in. So, yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. I mean, he's been here
We need
for,
a 24/7
an hour
hawk,
and they've already
you
all
know?
gone, which is amazing.
That is hysterical because
I know.
King's Cross Station is so fancy and new now. Look at all this stuff.
I know.
They didn't
Yeah.
have all that when I was a kid. But they're still like on the days where the man with the hawk isn't
I
here,
know.
it's worse.
It's Pigeon Town. Yeah.
Now, what kind of evil bird do we need to scare away the people from trying to do platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross?
We need to go 100%. We need to go swooping albatross.
Yeah.
Has that peaked? Is there less of that now? The kids trying to go to or did they create like an area for them to go?
There is
like
an
a bit of
area.
King's Cross, right? Where you
Yeah.
can just fucking go over there. You want to take
Yeah.
a picture? Go ahead.
It is really shit as well.
Right.
It's like half a luggage cart, sort of like sawed off and sort of
like
stuck
it's
in the
going
wall.
through the wall.
Yeah.
Right, because
Okay,
here's the thing:
yeah.
is platform 9 3/4 is not really real. You can't actually go through the wall to go to it.
Okay, relax. Okay, I mean, we can debate whether or not it's real, Libby.
I have to say that I'm being paid by the Ministry of Magic to tell you guys that. Really, it's really so fucked up. Anyway, pigeons. There was also a hawk apparently employed at Wimbledon to scare the pigeons away from Wimbledon, and one time he got nicked. Someone nicked him.
No.
Yes, but then he was returned.
Okay.
Yeah, well, because the guy was like, "Fuck, I stole a live hawk. This sucks. it's like biting me or whatever they do."
He picked up the hawk and he was like, "Oh shit, this hawk clearly has a job. I'm way out of my depth here.
Right.
This is a really good hawk." Anyway, what else do I have to tell you about this? £50 fine for feeding hawks.
I'm just sad that I never, because I spent a fair amount of time in
Pigeons,
King's
sorry.
Cross, and I'm sad I never saw the hawk. You know?
I don't know.
I
That
know.
I ever saw the hawk. I was mostly there if I was going to university because the train to Newcastle was from there. So I was probably always very stressed out. I was
Yeah,
like,
Right.
you're
back
thinking
to
about your
school.
essays.
Exactly. I had to probably read some whole novel on the train, or else I was in trouble.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
Ugh. What a terrible life I had.
Last fact I want to share is that the controversy with Ken Livingstone wanting to kill the pigeons reached such a fever pitch that he was visiting the Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C. and was interrupted by an activist who doused him with water while screeching, "Your plan to starve the pigeons is all wet."
All right. Fair enough.
Did you think he carried the plan on him?
Yeah, he is the plan, and now
He
he's
is the
wet.
plan, and
Yeah.
now he's wet. Great.
Right.
Like completely crazy. So there were some criticisms of it as like, you know, not just from the pigeon welfare angle, but also from the angle of you're sort of like gentrifying Trafalgar Square by getting rid of the pigeons, sort of sanitizing it, you know,
Right.
making it boring, you know, the £7 lattes or whatever the fuck. But it seems like they kind of won, and there are fewer pigeons for sure. But I would love, if there are any listeners who are in London, which surely there must be some, if you see a hawk guy at Trafalgar Square, can you tell me? Because I couldn't tell if this is still something that happened.
God, personally, I really need to interview one of the hawk guys for this podcast now.
Yep.
That's what we need to do.
Well, I
get
found
hawk guy.
get hawk guy.
One of them's going to be on TikTok now, making a big deal out of I'm the hawk guy at Trafalgar Square.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, Jamie, look up hawk guy. No, I found a website for I can't find it now, of course, but the company that like sold hawks. No, that's not right. The company that managed the hawks. That was boasting about having had these most effective hawks in the world or whatever, and how many hawks they killed. Not hawks. I keep saying hawks when I mean pigeons. They didn't kill any hawks. The hawks are fine. They can handle themselves. Effective bird control. That's it. Was the website. The company Effective Bird Control. Our team of Harris Hawks, Liam and Jack, were the first to control Trafalgar Square pigeons. But they have apparently subsequent hawks. I just don't know what the company that is in charge of it, if anything, is now. So would love to know more if you see a hawk in Trafalgar Square eating a pigeon or not. What do you fall, Charlotte? Do you think it's bad to have the hawks kill the pigeons? Because Save the Pigeons allege that they saw hawks tearing pigeons to pieces.
Yeah, I mean, I have to believe that there is a way of getting rid of the pigeons that doesn't involve the hawks killing them, but I don't know enough about the situation to know if that's true. I feel like surely our pigeon control technology has moved on at this point, but so I'm waiting for more information on the situation. Is where I'm at.
Yeah. Maybe there's like a really high pitched noise they could play or something.
I love that. Well, thank you for the person who sent in that idea for a British thought that we didn't use and did something else instead. If you have an idea for a British thought yourself, you can send that to whatsallthispost@gmail.com. It's time for our main topic. We are talking today about HP sauce. David, you suggested this topic. Do you want to explain to our listeners what this sauce is?
Yes, absolutely. HP sauce is the most common form or brand of brown sauce in Britain. There's no other way to talk about it. It's brown sauce, baby.
I know.
Which is a sort of condiment that I would say is sort of a more vinegar forwardy, kind of ketchup-y condiment. It's sort of like what if ketchup had a sort of Worcestershire sauce, flavor profile, I guess is the simplest way to put it. And it's one of those things that no one explained to me when I moved to Britain. And then I went to uni in the north where it's very common, I feel. Like in the South, I always found brown sauce, it would be around and people had HP sauce in their house maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But in Newcastle, it was on every single like table at a greasy spoon or whatever. It's brown sauce and red sauce. And people tended to favor brown sauce. And you would put brown sauce on your fry up and you would put brown sauce on your bacon buddy. You might even, have it with like a sausage roll, I guess, or something like that.
Oh.
And that in uni was when I really fell in love with it. Because like my American family was not like, we moved to England, it's time for us to sample all the condiments. Like we never, it's not like we never really had HP sauce at home too much. But I fucking love this stuff. I still have it in my house. And to me, it is like such a quintessentially British food, even though America has things that are a bit like it, as we will discuss, right?
Yes.
But I don't think are quite like it.
Well, yeah, the big one, and I can't really speak to how similar they are because I have never tried A1 sauce. But
Never.
this is, but that's what Libby's job is. She's got the Starbucks. She's been doing wrestling. She's got the HP sauce. She's got the A1, and people in, I think A1 was mostly America, right? Because in Canada we do have HP, but it was marketed,
right.
marketed as like Libby's trying to get it out of the bowl right now.
the last dregs. I bet we have
YouTube.com/@what'sallthispod if you want to see Libby trying to get brown sauce out of the bottle onto a plate.
Wait, so Libby, it's darker, right?
It's a little darker, yeah. So I would say it's almost less. It sort of looks like a surprised face.
It does look like a little surprise. The little blobs of brown sauce is the eyes.
Yeah, well, okay, so this bottle is a little older than the HP sauce, so it's possible that our A1 sauce is not sort of perfect. It's a little bit less smooth than the HP.
Right.
It's maybe, it's just a touch darker. So I've got my sad Starbucks sandwich that I DoorDashed, and I think I tipped 100% out of shame for what I was doing. So I'm going to try the HP sauce first.
Okay.
Here it is, sauced up, sausage, cheddar, and egg.
Dipped the sandwich onto the blob.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so good.
It's so fucking good.
Oh, so good.
It is
It's
very
one of those
good.
things where it is kind of like, couldn't we make this happen in America tomorrow? Like if we were just like, guys, are you bored of all the sauces? We got a new one for you, and it rocks with all the stuff you like, all the things you like to eat.
Okay,
it'll go great.
How do you market? What's the new name for brown sauce though?
I would say so. There's two roadblocks.
Yeah.
One, brown sauce. Not inherently an appetizing name. Number two, HP sauce, of course, refers to the Houses of Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
No one in America is going for that either.
Congress
you guys,
sauce.
I'm sure we will discuss I feel like the second most popular brown sauce in the UK is Daddy's sauce.
Daddy's sauce.
Which is also a confusing piece of branding. I don't think that's gonna work.
Used to be called Daddy's favorite, and then they changed it just to Daddy's.
Which, of course, that is what brown sauce is, right? It's sort of like, it's a very manly condiment because it's more bitter and vinegary.
That's
right?
what Lewis said. He said it should be like, what's it? The Yorkie's chocolate bar. It's not for girls,
Libby, I was gonna bring that up.
I'm sorry.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Isn't that funny though? Like I was gonna.
Yeah.
Remember when Yorkies?
Yeah.
I bring this up to Americans all the time because
It's
it feels
insane,
so
isn't it?
un-American. Right. Was like, we're going to advertise our chocolate by saying girls can't have it. And of course, it worked.
Yep.
Because girls were then like, well, I want to prove that I can have the Yorkies.
Yes.
Right, exactly, yeah. Okay,
It worked both ways.
I'm going to try the A1 steak sauce now, which is just called A1 sauce now. It was originally called A1 steak sauce, but it's just called A1 now.
Okay.
Why did they do that?
Because I think people were like, I don't want to put this on my steak. And I'm not eating steak enough to justify buying steak sauce. It does smell different. Again, it's been in the fridge longer, but it is giving a little bit like the cough syrup that I used to have as a kid.
Okay, that's not good.
It's got there's a very prominent spice note in here that could be like clove or something. That isn't in the brown sauce. I'm gonna take a bite now. Okay. Saltier for sure.
All right.
Saltier. I think no molasses is a big difference.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's no HP sauce.
It's no HP sauce. Okay, well the lack of salt in the HP sauce is an interesting one because that came up in my research. That's a HP sauce controversy.
They don't put salt in it?
Less salt than there used to be is the big thing. I actually, before I talk about that though, I need to show you both an ad that I found for HP sauce. Since it was so relevant.
Right. Yes, look, you're right. Look at that.
So at the top puts the bang in your banger, and then underneath says a source of manliness.
It's so terrible.
So this is an actual advertising campaign. I would think it was mostly radio ads that they did for HP sauce. So this is where manliness comes from.
Right. Imagine just being in such constant crisis over your masculinity that like it comes down to condiments for you, where you're just like, if I don't fucking have HP sauce,
if my sauce isn't brown, then you know I'm failing.
Right, my dick's gonna disappear. I just like I do think if you're gonna market brown sauce, you should market it as like a little more grown up or complicated or something like that. I'm not sure what exactly the move is, though.
Yeah.
It's the smart man's ketchup, right?
Right.
Oh,
exactly.
So good. Yeah, exactly. We've been in the decade of hot sauce, I would say. I feel like the last 10 years have been extremely hot sauce focused. Famously, Hillary Clinton kept it in her purse. Bullshit, obviously. But I feel like it's been very hot sauce focused. It's been heat levels or whatever. It's interesting because I feel like the 1-to-1 manliness to sauce thing in the US is heat level. It's how spicy can you have your fucking Nashville hot chicken or whatever. Right. Whereas HP is trying to do that just by dint of its brownness, perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, like there is a level of manliness comes from hot things in the UK as well, but it's not. It's more from curry, I think, than it is from like hot sauce. But then also you get your manliness from being, I think, greasy too. Which I feel like is not going. Did that feel like in a world of like looks maxing? It feels like hard to sort of translate that into, because now you need to be sort of beautiful to be a man as well. So I'm struggling to think of how that's going to translate exactly.
Yes,
I am constantly looks maxing, and that does clash with my brown sauce intake.
Yes,
hugely.
You can't be looks maxing and be having a bacon sarnie. It just doesn't. I mean, so that's jester is what that is.
I do want to brag.
Sorry, Charlotte. What
jester?
Jester?
I guess I'm the one who's seen more looks maxing content than either of you.
I've seen zero. Me too. I just occasionally see pictures of very sharp-faced young men, and I'm like, I don't like any of that.
Charlotte, you're not allowed to watch that anymore. I'm taking YouTube off your phone. I think actually.
Yeah. No, I see there's the one guy who's sort of the face of looks maxing, whose name I don't remember.
Yeah.
He's the one who talks about when someone is doing something sort of funny, that's what jester is.
I hate look, I can't.
Sorry.
I can't.
Sorry.
I'm not getting into it. But you're right that I think that it is hard to square this modern form of manliness that is actually all about being fucking pretty as hell.
Right.
Being extremely beautiful.
Extremely beautiful, yes.
With brown sauce. Can we describe the flavor a little bit more specifically, is what I'm wondering.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm going to read you the ingredients. Tomatoes, malt vinegar, molasses, glucose fructose syrup. Okay, interesting. Spirit vinegar, sugar, dates, modified corn flour, rye flour, salt, and then spices, flavorings, and tamarind. So,
right.
Obviously, the secret part comes from those spices and flavorings. We don't know what those are. It is sort of ketchup too to me. It's better ketchup.
Yes, it's ketchup, but it is going to. How do I? Because I do think one of the things about HP sauce is it definitely in the old marketing they wanted to say it would go with anything. I do think the sort of selection of things it goes with is pretty limited still.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a bad thing.
I'm curious to try doing some crazy HP sauce creations.
Tell me, Libby, like what?
I don't know.
With the idea.
Like some of the most British things that I do, having left the country at this point 20 years ago, 18 years ago, is I have brown sauce on like a bacon sandwich sometimes. I put Worcestershire sauce on cheese on toast, which I know Americans do as well. They do that, right? But that feels very British to me. Maybe
yes,
they
Charlotte
don't.
do. That's great. Well done, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Do.
I do.
This is a comedy podcast, guys. Come on, I gotta say doo-doo.
Doo-doo. Even though Brits don't say doo-doo, do they?
No, they say poo.
Poo-poo.
That's horrible. I hate it. It's so much. It's so much worse. I can't begin.
It is bad.
Yeah.
That's in the universe of English people just not being able to deal with bodily functions.
Yeah,
so they have
for
to
sure.
say the silliest word to explain one of them. But I did go to the somewhat annoyingly titled British food shop Tea and Sympathy in the West Village of New York because I knew I wanted to get back bacon. I wanted to get English proper British bacon,
Yes.
with the sort of it sort of looks like a circle and then this
Yeah.
little streaky bit.
Yeah,
It's
got
lines
horrible white fat that never gets crispy.
never crisps up
No.
unless you burn it to a fucking crisp.
That's right, mate.
But you don't want that. You want it with a bit of chew, don't you? Ooh,
Nice and
Which I do
floppy.
like the chew.
I know.
I miss the flop. I miss the chew because I was like, I gotta put that. That's what brown sauce is for. So I did cook up some bacon this morning. My kids were like, "What are you doing? And what is that?" And I was like, "Just leave me alone."
This is for work, darling.
And I do think if ketchup is like neutralizing a sort of savory flavor by being a bit sweet, right, and sort of like just this sort of like nice wet sweet thing you have with your meat or whatever. Brown sauce is enhancing it. It's lovely
Right.
with savory food, and that's what I like about it so much. Like it's not a particularly overwhelming flavor. It's just like a nice tangy friend to your bacon or your toast or your beans or your sausage or whatever, right?
Okay, yes. Can I tell you what I've had HP sauce with in the last couple of days?
Please.
So the other day we got breakfast tacos from Home State. We looked on the apps for a while for someone to fuck. No, for an appropriate thing to have HP sauce with.
Sorry. We need breakfast tacos and a threesome.
Oh man,
I need a lady I could pour my brown sauce all over.
Yeah, yummy. I'm gonna put a stop.
I'm sorry,
to
I don't mean to mock group sex. Everyone out there, keep having it. It's great.
I'll do it.
You guys.
To be fair, I'm not doing that.
Let's all do it.
I just want to mock the idea of Libby doing that. Because I know it makes her uncomfortable, but we can stop now.
It's not that it makes me uncomfortable. It's that I would never personally do it. That's two
Yes,
different
quite.
things.
Yes,
Right. It's just not your bag. Not your bag.
And it is funny how many people I know who are poly and have a lot of relationship problems. Anyway, I ordered breakfast tacos from Home State, which is really good sort of Tex-Mex taco place here. So I got two tacos. One that was egg, bacon, potatoes, and cheese. We tried for a while to get, to find something that was more like breakfast sandwichy. But here's the thing. LA, not really a good breakfast sandwich town. It is a good breakfast burrito, breakfast taco town.
Right. It's all
So-
right. Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. Wherever we get it, it's not going to be authentic anyway. Even if we got bacon from Wilds, which is the posh British restaurant in Los Feliz, as we discussed with Gareth Reynolds, they serve their bacon bap on focaccia.
Oh, Jesus Christ
Oh,
almighty.
bloody hell.
You can't call that a bap.
No, it's not a
It's
bap
not
at
a
all.
bap?
No, and
I
I
need a
don't.
bap that's 80% white flour, the white blinding
Yes.
white flour. Yes.
And
It's got to suck the moisture out of your face as you're eating it.
Absolutely, yeah. It just sort of explodes in a cloud when you bite into it.
Right.
So we went with the breakfast tacos. I got that, and then I got one that's eggs and brisket because I was sort of curious how that would taste. And I put
Sounds pretty good.
the brown sauce on it, and it was fucking lovely. I'll say that. Now I will say, when I had that, I was Lewis was asking what's your rating, and I was like, it's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to give it Waitrose, I said. I think maybe I'll give it Sainsbury's. And he was like, wow, that's kind of low. Next day, I had beans on toast, right?
There you go. Here we go.
Put a little bit of brown sauce on that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was bloody lovely, let me tell you. That was really fucking good.
It belongs with the cheap and cheerful foods. You know, that's where it belongs.
Yeah,
I think
right.
so.
You know, the good stuff is doing its own work, and it doesn't need brown sauce to help it along.
It belongs.
You need it with your regular stuff.
Yes, it comes from and belongs on the tables of the Greasy Spoon Cafe.
Yes.
Where you get your full English and chips, and it'd be bloody good with some chips. I can tell you because I'm reading the back of the packet now. Great on sausages and bacon sandwiches. Try on jacket potatoes or baked beans. Why not add some HP spice to casseroles, stews, and soups? Give sausages a tasty glaze, or give onion gravy some punch. And they also suggest putting it in cottage pie. So, as you say, these are not the foods of kings. These are bloke foods. Honestly, is what they are.
It's bloke foods. And the other thing about it, I think that is like apparent the more I sort of think about HP sauce, that sort of means that I don't think it could be America's new sauce. Is so much of that. I think the love of it is tied to the Britishness of it.
Yeah.
Right. It does like I did find. I don't know if you found this as well, Libby. This is from like 2016, but it was some YouGov data on people who voted Leave in Brexit and people who voted Remain on their favorite brands.
Okay.
Just what their favorite brands were. So this is not food brands, just brands generally.
Sure.
People who wanted to leave the European Union, number one brand, HP sauce.
Oh,
Oh,
Right?
All right. Well,
that's tough. That's tough to hear.
guess it's time for me to start researching Reform UK. 'Cause I'm one of them now.
Now, to be fair, number one brand for Remainers, bbc.co.uk. Right? So it's not like
The best brand.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that sucks.
We're not really looking at either of these. Number three is
Well, I mean, look.
number three is
go ahead,
Instagram as well.
Number 3 is Instagram.
Get out of here,
Yeah.
Instagram. I mean, look.
about?
I mean, brown sauce is very popular in the north, very popular in cities in the north, right? Wasn't that
Sure.
where the whole Brexit divide took place, right? The sort of like classic Labour voter who was not on board with all of this anymore, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
I'm very sophisticated in my political analysis here.
I think you got it.
understand that. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not surprised, I guess. Because, like, I feel like brown sauce is way less common in the South and like, yeah, ubiquitous up north.
Look, points in the posh category, once again, for me, did not grow up eating brown sauce at all. I don't think I ever...
Yeah, same.
I mean, Libby, you are from the north, right? But not really, like, north. 'Cause
No,
it's sort of a special
She's more north
bit.
than me.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's true. I grew up near Banbury, which is near Oxford, but my...
Oh, right. Yeah, you're not. No, right. Yeah. Okay.
But my mum's family is all from the north, and so we grew up doing Lancashire accents as a joke a lot. My stepdad's family was from Sheffield, well, originally from Poland, but then Sheffield.
That's the fucking north. Yeah.
That's the fucking north, yeah.
That's the fucking north.
So my grandparents were from Yorkshire, and so we around I'm familiar with northernness, but I've never really been to the north all that much. I've been to Bridlington, where my nan was from, and Weaverthorpe, which is the village where my grandfather was from, very close to Wetwang.
I'm looking at Bridlington right now. You made up the other two, I know. And you're trying to get a laugh out of me, and I won't be falling for it. But
Wetwang? Nothing? Hello?
Wetwang. I mean, come on
Wetwang.
now. Wow, there it is. Wet
Wee
wang.
twang.
Yeah.
Wee twang.
Wee twang.
I the whole thing with me going to Newcastle was, I mean, two things. One, everyone in London was like, "Why are you going to that frozen hole?" Because that's what
it's
English,
called there.
Southern. Yeah, right. And they were also, it's so far away, even though it's like a 3-hour train ride. But to them, it was like I was going to the fucking moon. And then when I got there, I remember like talking to my mother like weeks in, and I was just like, everyone's nice here.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, isn't it crazy? Like, didn't you really realize that no one's nice where we in London? Like, people aren't nice.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking nice. And you're
Yes.
just like, right, it's just, they're the loveliest. Like, it's so great being in the North. And
Right.
maybe that's what brown sauce evokes for me a little bit. is that lovely feeling of dining up in the north. And
Yeah.
but I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I do fondly recall my London greasy spoons. I should shout them out. Moonlight Cafe on Brecknock Road in Tufnell Park was the classic when I went to it. And then Mario's Cafe in Kentish Town, which is like actually a really nice cafe. Like it is a greasy spoon, but it's like good. But both of those places are great.
I do wonder because it was made in Birmingham as well for a long time. HP sauce.
Oh, sure, right.
Yeah.
It was like Pride of Birmingham.
Which so I wonder how much of it is just like it's a pride and sort of a product that we are making. And then as I mentioned, it got bought out by Heinz, and then they moved the production of it over to Holland instead. I also
disgrace.
I mean,
Fucking disgrace.
there was a lot of articles as well around the time of that piece of information I said about people wanting to leave the EU, loving HP sauce. That also came at the time when it was European all of a sudden, which is obviously very funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Dutch sauce.
But around the time that the HP sauce factory was gonna close down, there were many protesters.
Yes.
And completely fair to lots of people losing their jobs. It did end up being very funny that they did hold a HP sauce wake. Did this come up in your research, Libby?
I saw the sentence. I didn't delve into it. I think that is. I need to know more, honestly, Charlotte.
Well, they had a coffin and they filled it with empty bottles of HP sauce.
Oh, of course they
Is what they did.
Of course they did.
And we were wondering why we were all wearing black today.
It's for our dear departed HP.
That's
Do
right.
you think the HP sauce factory smells good?
Oh, okay. Now I've got previous on this. In Banbury, there is a huge craft foods factory where they make, I think, instant coffee. And let me tell you what it doesn't smell like is coffee. Not at all. It smells like.
Oh dear.
I mean, I can conjure the smell without being able to describe
it. Is it the Jacob's Doughy Egbert's factory?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, maybe it wasn't Kraft. Maybe they're owned by Kraft.
No, you're right. That it's now owned by Kraft.
Wow, there we go.
Yes.
Horrible. It sort of smells like old plants at the bottom of a bin. Is what I would describe that smell as. Nowhere close to coffee. Whatever it is that they were doing to coffee to turn it into instant coffee there was satanic. So I would love to know, hey, look, if you're Dutch and you live by the HP sauce factory, why don't you write in and tell us, does it smell of HP?
Or indeed, if you know anyone who lived in Birmingham when that factory was still open as well, because I think we came across some of the same like HP sauce AI slop videos together, Libby, and there was one that I came across where a guy was talking a lot, very confidently, maybe a real man, maybe not, about how much people loved the smell of the HP sauce factory.
Of course.
Because just sort of leaning into the nostalgia there. One thing I did find out about, though, that I really did want to mention is speaking of how it must have smelt to live by that factory, there was a vinegar eruption at the HP sauce factory once.
Interesting.
This is a risk. There could be a vinegar eruption anytime.
This was the big vinegar eruption of 1956, where, I mean, how much is 15,000 gallons of vinegar?
A lot.
Seems like quite a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. If you think about a gallon of milk, right? Quite big.
So
That's pretty big.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
sort
that
of
is
hard to hold with one hand, I would say.
It is a difficult to conceive of amount of vinegar, which is like it does make me question how accurate the like testimonies from the time are, because I think it turned into a bit of a local legend. But it is said that a waist-high wave of vinegar went through nearby streets and local homes. It was
Waist high?
Waist high?
A waist
too
high.
high.
And is it hot? Is it hot vinegar?
It surely mustn't have been hot because nobody was hurt, I believe.
Okay.
There were no injuries from the vinegar eruption. It just became a part of local folklore. It also says vinegar swept into homes, flooding cellars, carrying away furniture along Tower Road.
Oh my god. This is This is a Simpsons episode. Like this sounds like a Simpsons bit. I'm imagining somebody dipping their chips into it as they are being carried away.
Yes.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's
seeing the vinegar vat explode and being like, well, I've got to blow up the salt vat now so that the flavor profile is balanced.
So all the chips will be good. Yeah. It's sort of like our version of the Boston molasses disaster, which I think did actually kill a lot of people.
I think that was actually very bad.
That was actually very bad.
Right?
But maybe someone in Birmingham was like, oh, we've got to.
But listen, I mean, the Great Molasses Flood I'm reading here was 2.3 million gallons of molasses.
Oh, that's so
much
more.
That is
a lot
more. The vinegar,
Man,
right?
That's making the vinegar vat seem pathetic. Honestly,
yeah. Actually, if the vinegar vat could maybe just be quiet and stop comparing itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
An average in-ground swimming pool typically holds between 18,000 and 20,000 gallons of water. So it's basically a bit less than a pool. Yeah.
Cool, because they really, they do make it sound like a tsunami's worth of vinegar.
Like it was the meteor that killed the dinosaurs. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. One more quote from this: "All of the houses along Tower Road had new carpets. I don't know whether or not they all had carpets in the first place, but they certainly claimed for them." Because you got a free carpet.
Too. Yeah.
HP Source giving you a free carpet because of the eruption.
That sounds good. Should we rank it?
Yeah, let's rank HP Source. Let's absolutely do that on our British supermarket themed tier list system, with S being Waitrose tier, A Marks and Spencer, B Sainsbury's, C Tesco, D Morrison's, E Asda, and F Iceland. Libby, you already hinted at a possible Sainsbury's rating, but then perhaps higher. Where are you at with this one?
Look, I did say, I think this is just Sainsbury's. But then with my two subsequent meals, including having it side by side with the A1 sauce here, which again, maybe is not at its best, having been in the fridge for a long time, and I'm seeing this sort of like a bit of residue on the inside of the bottle, almost as if the texture of it has changed. However, I think it's really fucking good, and I'm going to start putting it on more stuff. I'm going to start eating more baked beans and having it for lunch, and putting this on my baked beans for lunch. I might even go in for some cheese on toast today and put some HP sauce on that.
Hell yeah. Maybe I'll do the same.
Yeah.
And text you about it.
Let's text each other the pics. Let's see those pics. I'm going to go ahead and say Marks and Spencer, with the possibility of a revisit in the future where I'll bump it up to Waitrose. I doubt it's likely to go back down to Sainsbury's, but I think I'm embarking on a beautiful friendship with HP Sauce, despite its political leanings.
David, what's your ranking here?
I have to give it Waitrose. I brought it to the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm so fond of it. I do just want to shout. I just love this ranking so much. It's so correct.
Thank you.
That's what I love about it so much. It is exactly how I thought about British supermarkets when I lived there.
Thank you so much for saying that.
That sort of map you would have in your head of like, well, yes, the Sainsbury's is further than the Tesco's, but for some items that the walk will be worth it. You know what I mean? You would do the calculations. Absolutely.
Yes, I got made fun of a lot at a uni for taking the bus to Sainsbury's instead of walking to the Tesco's on campus. But you know what? Don't care.
Nothing wrong with that. I lived next to a Tesco in Jesmond in Newcastle where I lived, and it was ruinous.
It's grim, isn't it?
At Tesco.
The lighting's better at Sainsbury's. Though no one talks about this, but the lighting at Tesco is Walmart lighting. The lighting at Sainsbury's is Trader Joe's lighting.
Wow.
Yes, the Tesco lighting is very like bright, and I mean again, I'm thinking of the 2000s. If you had my mother on the show, she would rant at you about how Sainsbury's used to be Waitrose level quality.
Ooh,
when we moved to London, and that it's sort of kind of compromised a little bit.
Yeah.
And slid down, but I think it slid down to where you guys have it, which is like still quite good, but not a Waitrose level.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Sorry,
Charlotte, where's HP?
Well, I wanted David to go first because I'm not a hater.
Oh God.
Let me say that much.
Oh God.
You can hate. It's fine.
But I think the thing that I've been thinking about a lot in regards to HP Sauce is it does seem like I found a lot of people complaining about the fact that they don't like it anymore because it's not made in the UK and it doesn't taste as good as it used to because there's not as much salt in there because they had to like cut down the salt amount because of, you know, UK health regulations or whatever. And then I'm also a little bit mad at it because on the bottle it says this is the original brown sauce, which is a lie. I mean, like A1 sauce did come before HP sauce. And A1 sauce is British as well. So I am looking at this and going, okay, well, you're just sort of making shit up.
So you're a liar then. Interesting.
It is lying a little bit to me, for sure. But I do think I'm still in the the last time I had HP sauce, I was on a charity live stream and I was making a disgusting British sandwich full of British things. HP sauce ended up in that sandwich along with some cold mushy peas and some other things. It was the best part of the sandwich. I remember thinking this is nice. But as a result, I have had a bottle of it just in my home for quite a while, and I have not been thinking, I've got to put some HP on that. Oh, that would really bring out the flavor if I put some HP sauce on that.
Sure.
So I'm going to go. I think I'm where Libby was when she was like, "Oh, it's Sainsbury's. It's all right." But I think
that's fair.
I think if I spent more time with it, if I bothered, if I sort of made an effort with it, and actually incorporated it into things, possibly it could rise. But I'm still stuck on the. It's weird how much people love it because of it being just a British sauce.
Sure.
Part of things,
Sure.
you know?
Sure.
I think if we're just looking at the brown goo on its own, it's pretty good.
I'm looking at the brown goo.
That's where I'm at.
I've just noticed on the bottle it has the seal that says, I don't know if you're going to be able to read this, but it says by appointment to Her Majesty the fucking whatever. But it doesn't say the king. It says the queen, even though this is absolutely a bottle of HB sauce made long after Her Majesty.
Yeah, mine's got the queen on it as well.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Interesting. Maybe
British
she's not as
Doesn't
dead as she said she
recognize
was.
Succession or that. And she's trying to tell us
Yes.
through the sauce.
Hello, I'm still here.
That's right. All right, it's time for Charlotte's little game. We're playing the Tesco review game because we had to do one, but this one is about British condiments. So I've got a review for you from it may be Tesco. I went to some other places as well. A review of a British condiment. I will read the review. You have to tell me what you think the British condiment is. So this is a 2-star review. It was the smell that put me off. It's like the smell of gravy and dog meat mixed. Not for me. David, would you like to start? What British condiment do you think this is?
All right, so gravy and dog meat, you said? Can I have a hint? It's a small thing. All right, I mean, I'll just say Marmite. I'll just the very obvious, which I know is a spread.
Marmite is a good guess. Libby, what do you think here?
Now I'm gonna say this person is crazy.
Dog meat, though.
Dog meat is an insane thing. I'm gonna say that this is HP sauce.
Okay. That is 1 point to David. That was indeed Marmite.
I think that's silly. I don't like Marmite as much as some, but it's not. There's no dog meat flavor.
No.
There. Come on now.
No. Whenever someone says that, I'm always just like, you eating dog meat? How do you know? How do you know the taste of the dog meat? Come on. All right, here's another one. This review is 5 stars. The title is Daddy, and the review is just what Daddy ordered.
Okay.
Libby, what is this?
Well, I mean, look, I think this is quite obviously going to be Daddy's brown sauce.
Okay, that's one thought. You think Daddy would limit himself just to things named after Daddy?
Yep.
Okay, David?
I would also guess Daddy's brown sauce, or should I guess something different?
No, you can guess the same thing if you want to.
I think I have to.
All right, yeah, it was Daddy's. It was Daddy's brown sauce.
I mean,
it had to be. I mean, that one I was like, well, obviously it's going to be Daddy's, but when I saw that review, it had to go in the game, didn't it?
Insane name.
All right, next up.
Actually, can I say one thing about Daddy's before?
Go ahead.
Can you go back to the previous image?
I've changed the image back to Daddy's so that Libby can look at Daddy's while she talks about it.
That's right. The fact that it's called Daddy's plural, but it's really called Daddy's favorite brown sauce, but there's no apostrophe. So it's not the favorite brown sauce of Daddy's, and it's not singular Daddy's favorite brown sauce. It's Daddy's plural, favorite brown sauce. Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Get
you know
it
what else
right.
doesn't make sense? Also made by Heinz. It's the same.
Well, what?
It's the same
The
shit.
fuck is going on?
I know.
We need to crack down on that sort of nonsense.
Absolutely.
Monopoly
Okay.
is terrible.
Next up, review 1 star, title Disgusting. The worst of all sauces. If I were to get rid of one sauce in the world, it would be this one. Just go and brush your teeth instead. David, what is this?
I'm guessing this is a mint sauce because of the brush your teeth,
Brush your teeth.
clue here. But it's not like I know the name of a mint sauce brand in Britain.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm guessing mint sauce. That's my guess. I'm going to guess mint sauce. A famous British sauce that people don't like.
Libby, do you think it's a different sauce, or do you want to try and be more specific about the sauce?
I mean, I think it is definitely mint sauce. Something that I've never really had. Traditionally served with lamb, I believe.
Lamb with mint sauce, yes.
If I'm gonna be specific, I'll say Coleman's.
Right,
all right.
That makes sense. Sam, they must have one.
They gotta have.
This was indeed
No.
Coleman's mint sauce.
Good
I
job,
think,
Libby.
Libby, I'm going to give you 1.5 points for that one.
Sounds great.
All right.
Because you got the Coleman's. David, I'll keep you. You still get a point, so you're still ahead by half a point.
Coleman's
All
of
right,
Norwich.
next up, 5-star review. It's Marmite X2. You'll love it or
Ooh.
hate it. Strong flavor. You only need a small amount. You'll either love it or hate it. I haven't wanted Marmite since I got this.
Oh, I
What
think I
is-
know what
what
this
is this?
is.
Libby?
I think I know what this is. I think this is what we talked about on an episode recently with Dead Blossom Jesse. I think this is Gentleman's Relish.
Whoa.
Ooh, gentleman's relish.
David, are you
Relish.
familiar with Gentleman's Relish?
I am indeed.
Insane
I remember
thing.
that. Yes. Very
R.I.P..
insane.
R.I.P.
That's a good guess just for the sake of being different. And which gentleman's relish is basically just anchovies in spreadable form.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's sort of the idea, which I do love an anchovy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess Vegemite, which I've never had, but I know is a more pungent Marmite or something like that.
It's
But
a
not
good
English.
guess.
Not.
It
like
is
that's
not
an
English, so
Australian
it is
thing.
actually a bad guess because it is British
Yes, a bad
condiments.
guess. I kind of just wanted to shout it out.
Yeah. Shout out Vegemite. Yeah, it was Gentleman's Relish. That's a point
Yes.
for Libby.
Look at that.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
so
it's not the best
minging.
pick.
No, it's not. To be fair, I don't think you can find a good picture. This
No.
is maybe the nicest that Gentleman's Relish has ever looked.
It looks like
Oh, boy.
sand. It looks like
It
sand.
does
packed
look
into
like
a
wet
little-
It does
sand.
look like
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh God, no longer available. Thank God. Okay, next review. Title: Never buy it again. Sorry, never buy it again. 1 star. Stupid design bootle.
Stupid design bootle.
Stupid design bootle. Now, what could this be, David?
I don't know what's got a stupid design bootle. Wait a second. I'm gonna. Because most of them have got regular old bottle. Most
Yeah.
of the sauces in the world. How about like Worcestershire sauce? Even though to me that has a great bottle.
Oh,
It
that's,
does,
does have a
Worcestershire sauce does have a
specific
nice
one.
bottle. Yeah.
that's a great guess
with
because
the paper.
I've had trouble with that style of bottle where you do this and it doesn't come out and then it comes out all
Right.
all at once.
Right,
You know, even though
right.
it has the little like, all I can think of to say
The
is
little
hole.
eye.
Yeah, the eye
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah.
The little cloaca.
Yeah,
yes.
The
cloaca
eye
is
of the
exactly
bootle.
right. Yes, the eye of the bootle is rather clever, but I struggle to use it correctly. But I'm gonna say this is a bottle of Sarson's malt vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar would be my other guess. Similar sort of thing.
Okay. That's a point of Libby. It was indeed
Good job,
Sarson's
Libby.
malt vinegar.
Libby, you are so good at this.
Okay,
Libby-
well, to be fair, I do have a slight advantage in that I just came up with a list of British condiments for our finest episode that we're doing in a couple of days, where we do a bracket of British condiments. So they're all top of mind. For me.
That
Yes.
sounds fucking great, and I can't wait to listen to it.
Yes, that's Thursday this week, everybody. We will be picking the best British condiment. And some of the picks are crazy. Libby's, I got to see a sneak peek of the list, and oh boy, you're in for it. Anyway,
Shut up.
that's, next one. Not the same. 1 star was my choice. Was my blank of choice, but very strange taste to it now. Thought it was the bread. Put 2 loaves in the bin, but it's the blank. What changed? Not nice.
Not nice.
It's changed.
What could have changed?
And I guess it's sort of similar when bad to moldy bread, right?
It thought it was the bread.
It thought it was the bread. Yeah.
Something.
I'm going to guess something.
Okay.
If you've got an idea, say it, because I've got fucking nothing, mate.
Branston pickle.
Oh, that's a really good.
That feels like
pickle.
something people would complain about the recipe changing. I don't
yeah,
actually
for
know.
sure, and it could be yeasty. I'm gonna go in again and say no. Wait, we've already had that. I'm stupid. What is
You're not stupid. Stop putting yourself down. Jesus.
It would be funny if I just did one of the same ones again, just to fuck with you.
I'm gonna say let's go back to Coleman's and say Coleman's mustard.
Libby, you're cheating.
Oh, that's
I'm
a good one
not.
too.
Libby is
That's
cheating.
such a classic tin to me. That's such a good tin.
Horrid
Yeah, the
tin,
Coleman's
horrid
tin.
powder tin.
Yeah.
Ridiculous thing.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
good
complaining
for-
about the Coleman's mustard. A lot of people complaining, and a lot of people with bought reviews as well on the Tesco website.
Really?
Yeah. Heinz is spending money on those reviews.
Shaking my head.
It wasn't fun to have to scroll past all of those for this game. No bought reviews on what's all this then, guys. Okay, next one. 2 stars. What on earth has happened here? This was a watery mess with very little flavor. Cost cutting in the recipe? I'll stick to a nice mayonnaise. Libby.
We know what this is.
We know what this
surely.
is. This is salad cream for sure.
Oh, the worst thing in the world.
I had a
The
text
worst.
from my sister-in-law a few months ago where she was asking me about whether British people have ranch, and I got to tell her about salad cream, and it was so nice to
Yeah.
tell an American, do you know we've got salad cream? And she was like, what is that?
It does make sense that if Brits
You're right,
have
by
a
the way.
better
Yeah,
steak
obviously, it's
sauce,
salad cream.
right? Like we have brown sauce, that's a better steak sauce. So as recompense, we have to have a worse ranch, which is salad cream. Yeah,
Deliciously
that
zingy,
is
though.
something. God, who eats that? I never really met anyone who liked it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't go to like homes where they were like, you want some salad cream? You know,
Yeah. I went through a phase
didn't
of it when I
happen.
was a kid, but I ate all kinds of weird shit as a kid.
I think
So-
salad cream is the reason that it took me so long to try mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I think I was just so repulsed by the idea of salad cream that it put me off all sort of like white condiments for a while.
Salad
Yeah.
cream. What an
Salad
awful
cream.
name.
All right. Here's another one. Never used or tried any blank, so didn't actually know how to use it. In the end, used a few times with stew. Still don't know what to think, smiley face. Bit spicy, but I like that side. Bit weird, and in the end, didn't see any difference in taste in my stew/sauce. So we'll just not buy again because no point for myself in my kitchen.
No. Go ahead, Libby.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
think-
I've got to.
I think this is Worcestershire sauce, which, by the way, I always go calling Worcester sauce. Is that? Am I stupid?
No, I don't know if this is a Mandela effect thing or not because I also thought of it as Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
But then, like, it's always written out as Worcestershire.
Yeah.
And that's what people say here. And now I can't remember if I was ever, like, right.
I think I
Has-
used to say Worcester sauce as well.
It's just easier to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to write out all of that every time. I want to talk about my favorite thing for cheese on toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
So that's Libby's guess, David.
I'm going to guess just an OXO cube. I don't know.
Oh,
She's talking about putting it in stews.
fuck,
And that's
yeah. another
British thing.
The OXO
Yes,
cube.
the OXO
famously,
cube.
I think
Yes.
I've said this
Yes.
on the pod before. I used to eat those as a kid.
Just straight up cube.
Just a
Straight out
cube
the-
of
straight out
salt
the
and
fridge.
savory. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was indeed Worcestershire sauce, Leon Perrins.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's
Leon
that's
Perrins.
What yet another point to Lebo.
That's fine. She can crush me. I'm all right.
1-star review. Absolutely inedible. Has the weirdest sweet watered down flavor. Not even my 4-year-old who lives off blank could eat it.
The weirdest sweet
Right,
watered
right.
down flavor. The weirdest sweet watered down flavor. What would be? Again, I'm thinking because it's brown sauce, isn't it? That's what brown is. What are there other sweet sauces that we have? We don't really have a lot of sweet sauces.
I know this
No.
is what I'm trying because in England it's such a savory country.
This
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a tricky one. I have thrown a curveball at you here. I will say that much.
And what's she doing throwing
She's
curveballs at us?
pissing me off, honestly. She's being
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
All right.
Fucked up.
It's a curveball, is it? Well, I'm going to say it's fucking ketchup.
I wouldn't do anything
regular
that crazy,
old.
but all right, go off. David?
What? I mean, okay, we've done mustard. I guess I'm gonna guess pickle again. But it doesn't
Pickle
make
again.
Any sense. Doesn't make any sense, but I'll just guess it.
Yeah, it was ketchup. It was Daddy's ketchup.
Ah!
Oh, I know you
Ugh.
mento.
Ugh,
Daddy's tomato ketchup also on the list.
I don't like that.
I hate that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't feel good, does it? All right, that was Charlotte's game.
Wonderful game.
Did
Libby-
we miss any condom? I guess no.
There, yeah. Well,
you guys haven't done a
Yeah.
Bovril episode yet, right? Which I know is not a condiment.
we haven't done. we haven't done Bovril.
should.
No.
We should.
You should do a Bovril episode. I've drunk. The only time I've ever had Bovril was at I went to a Hartlepool football game.
Wow.
And, I drank it in the stands with the old men because I was like, this is what everyone's doing.
Right.
That is crazy to think about. A bunch of men standing around drinking meat watching a football game.
in the fucking coldest, rainiest
Yeah.
town ever,
Yeah.
watching like Division II football.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't find any. I think what everyone just liked Branston pickles. There wasn't any funny reviews to pick out of there, so I didn't
I guess,
include that one.
yeah. That
Yeah.
stuff's good.
It's
Yeah.
fucking good as hell.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. That's the show. That's the podcast. Thank you so much for coming back on, David. This has been a pleasure.
I love coming on the show. I hope I'm not annoying.
No,
because
are
it
you
really
crazy?
Is my favorite.
We're annoying.
Yeah, you're actually annoying.
Yeah.
I hate this show.
Yeah.
No, I do want to say before I leave, just read the Donkey Kong episode. You guys didn't really discuss Donkey Kong Country 3, which is my favorite. It's no one's favorite. Nobody likes it. Everyone says 2 is better. They're all wrong. 3 has better music and vibes, in my opinion, than the brilliant 2, which I love. Nobody likes that you're a big baby monkey in 3, except for me. I love it. He's a big baby, and he's wearing PJs, and he is fighting all of the villains, and that's great. And I think that game rocks. And it came out like 2 years after the PlayStation was released, and everyone was like, what are you doing releasing
my
Super
God.
Nintendo games anymore anyway? But I play it all the time.
okay.
We're going to have to do a Donkey Kong Country 3 episode, Charlotte?
Yes.
Well, that could be my next one.
I
I'll
think
come back
so.
and we'll do
You have to come
DKC
back.
3 simply because Rare was at Twycross or whatever.
Yeah, it's
That's
enough.
British.
It's
yes.
enough.
I really like the idea we would do the Donkey Kong Country episode, which sort of accidentally became about all 3, and then also do Donkey Kong Country 3, and then just leave
Yes.
it at that. You know?
We can do whatever we want.
Anytime.
You know?
Have me back. It's your podcast. You can do what you want.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you're always welcome to come back, and you're not annoying, David. Please,
Thank you.
please
You
tell
guys are the
everybody
best.
where to find you.
I'm the host of Blank Check, which is a movie podcast, and you should listen to that, I suppose. And I do write movie reviews at The Atlantic, and you can read those if you want.
Amazing.
And that's mostly what I do.
Lovely.
Oh, and I have a baseball podcast called Hits Different that I do with my friends Ellen and Caitlin for no money.
Amazing.
And it doesn't sound professional, and it's almost entirely about the New York Mets and their girlfriends and wives and things like that. So if that interests you, please
wags?
listen to that as well. We are very interested in their wags. Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That sounds
That
great.
sounds great. Well, thank you again for coming on the show. If you want to follow us, we're What's All This Pod on Blue Sky and on Instagram. And on YouTube as well. You can catch a video of all of the main feed episodes over there for free. And if you want to check out our bonus episodes, like our British Condiment bracket that we'll be doing later this week, that's over on our Patreon, patreon.com/what's all this then. And if you want to get in touch with us, the email again is what'sallthispost@gmail.com. That's the show. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What's all this then? What's all this then? What's Mr. Bean? What's a cup of tea? What's mushy pea?